expectation doesn't stop. Death, but it's tough life. Accepting open minds for life.
One beat is quiet, voices clearly heard. Loud and clear, the story of the ones with me.
Dreams of
Shed no tears, realize what they left behind.
nothing easy, get off and go, get it go.
Explore repeatedly, before the time. No one sure needed for me to realize. No matter how far,
No matter how far,
how you go,
how you go, how you
how
grow.
short is
Property
the
and the time to
last.
waste. You gotta
It's
feel
your
the light, go
life,
get it burning.
your friend.
Feels awake, conquers now, face reality. Never be charity. The enemy you fight, cover soul society. Mom's not here, gotta fight. All night, right here, shout out 10 o'clock direction. Seize the moment, they destroy the nation. Around slow motion, give me motivation. Freak out now, get on the ride. Round up around, spit out, all over. Round like a bone, there's no coming in crowd. Watch out, the moon that gets it out. Guess what this sound, the bounce on ground. So round up, don't ease your pace, cause enemy's brutal. Moment of truth, there ain't no truce. You're the only one world, one love. But the battle goes in, shadows all mass destruction.
Baby, baby, baby,
Fears cut deep within the gun wounds. You can put your fate, destiny into the tomb. Hardest thing to do is changing who you are now to who you wanna be soon. First enemies inside us already. Whoever make it out may be ready for the battle. It's fearless, you better be ready. Not only waiting, but the losing. No, it brings experiences for a bigger win later. Persevere for the greater good. Imagine later would maybe annihilator. Taking down the agitators, the violators, the leader with a dog to reach finalists. So who we up against vicious and brutal. Moment of truth, there ain't no truce. You're the only one world, one love. But the battle goes on, shadows all mass destruction.
baby, baby.
Gotta take down these enemies. They don't want to see me.
Baby, baby.
Got the energies, we only speak from the best team. Came from the way, from the best games.
Baby, baby.
Take the best of me, rest is
sky. New perspective gain from all the pain and stress. And when I do am there, I'm stronger than ever before. So kneel down, disturbing the peace. Look into my eyes. Now tell me the things you've learned about behind my back. Emptiness in me, my heart is hard to break down. It's to let go. I'm under this is going
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? Oh, not ahead of my song. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We'll listen to it later. Hello. Welcome. I guess I could turn it down a little bit. Hold on. Welcome back to the stream. We got a special stream today. We're checking out the Dames for Games showcase. As y'all know, this is not our first rodeo with Dames for Games, but this is actually the first time that we're going to be streaming the showcase as a official co-streamer. So that's really exciting. So we're clapping it up for that, clapping it up for that, clapping it up for these independent female developers that we're going to see today, and also some of the interviews, get to know a little bit more about them. Just generally really excited for this. We're, you know, coming off the heels of Steam Next Fest, so it's been all indie games all day over here for the past couple weeks, and I'm excited to keep the train rolling. But in case y'all were not aware, Dames for Games is also hosting a fundraiser right now. They're trying to get some funds to help support these indie devs that we'll be watching here on the screen in just a moment. So if you type, let me go to !charity in the chat, you'll get the link and all the resources to point you to Dames for Games and ways that you can support them. And if you know you don't have the funds to support at this point in time, I will be keeping this fundraiser open for the next 7 days. So you have until next Wednesday night to donate. And then you can also visit the Steam pages or platform pages where these games are being hosted. They have any pages, and wishlist the games. That way you can support the developers and help them continue to get more eyes on their game, to help attract more like publisher support, investors, all that good stuff. So, before we get things kicked off, let me make some audio adjustments first off. Sorry if I was yelling at y'all. I was trying to, get y'all excited. Let me tell the Dames for Games team that I am indeed live, so just in case anybody else needs the noti. Oh my gosh, my monitors. Hold up. Give me a second. Always have to fight the dang monitors, y'all. Technology is not on my side. We're trying to make it work though. Let's see. Where do I highlight it? Let's see. Live checking out the showcase. Yes. All right. And I'm gonna post it to my own channels as well. All right, I think we're good. All right, Persona. We will catch you later on. let me make sure everything's working first. Hold on. Let me not get ahead of myself. Let me not. Okay, we're good. Let's do it. Also, I have a sandwich here. I work out on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so sometimes when I stream these days, just gotta get the food when I can get the food. I'm a mute so that way I don't have to hear the chewing and all of that. But no, I am listening attentively. I just am starving as well. Okay. Let's get into it.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Dames for Games as we celebrate Women's Month
Christine
in
was
March.
hosting.
We have so
Shout out to
many
Christine.
incredible developers who have put time into making their spotlights, their trailers. I mean, it's going to be glorious. But before we jump into it, I would like to introduce my wonderful co-host, A. Christine.
Hello, everybody. I'm Christine, and I'm so excited to be here. So excited to be here with Des and the Dames for Games team and to celebrate all of the amazing women that are killing it in the gaming industry. A little bit about me. I'm a variety streamer. I'm working on global domination. I do reacts. I cook. I do it all. I dance badly, but I do it. I am having so much fun
I feel
being
that.
here, and I am so grateful that you're including me in today's showcase.
No, absolutely. And I really appreciate you taking a break from trying to conquer the world to come on and co-host with me.
No
but and you know what I realized? I said A. Christine, but what's crazy is every time I write it out, I know it's I.
That's okay.
So
That's okay.
my bad.
It's okay.
But before we jump into the first segment of Spotlight,
Hey,
I'd like to give
welcome
a
to the
huge
stream.
shout out to
I apologize
Games
for
who helped
stuffing my
sponsor
face.
this showcase.
I have not eaten dinner yet. I was running to try and be here, y'all. But I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy y'all are here as well. I will be muting while I'm eating though, so you won't hear me chewing. But yeah, welcome to the stream. We're checking out the Dames for Games showcase, as you know. !mark charity in the chat to get the fundraising link. And yeah, I'm excited to see what we have.
They will also be giving a special announcement later, and I hope that you caught their showcase earlier this week, as well as the Women-Led Games Showcase that will be happening later this week. Also, all of the games that are in our showcase are in the Wings Day Steam sale, so make sure you go check out that sale. And get ready to see some incredible developers do deep dives in what it takes to make really good games.
I just realized I was muted. I was gonna say, let me check and see if there's an official Steam page that I can share with y'all, just so that way the links, everything is all right there. But yeah, let's get into the showcase.
Hi everyone, my name is Katrin and I am a programmer and co-founder at Spellgarden Games. We are currently developing our biggest project yet, Ritual of Raven. Ritual of Raven is a narrative farming game set in a witchy world. But you don't do the farming yourself. Instead, you learn to enchant arcana constructs with tarot cards to do your farming for you. You can also meet and befriend a cute bunch of weirdos, decorate your farm, and of course collect and forage lots of different plants to fill your Book of Shadows and perform rituals. Spellgarden Games is actually a pretty small studio.
Farming and
we
witchcraft.
have Sophie, our artist, who does all our amazing
Unexpected
pixel
combo.
art. Then we have Zoe, our game designer, who does all of the concepts for all the cool mechanics. We have Kathy,
she's a
our
D&D
programmer,
fan.
and then me, and I'm also a programmer. The first game that we released was Sticky Business in 2023, and with Ritual of Raven being a bit of a bigger project and Sticky Business also still getting some updates, we decided to bring someone new to the team just last year.
Hi everyone, my name is Malene and I'm the social media and community manager at Spellgarden Games, so you might have seen my face on our social media channels. I studied international business administration with a major in marketing, and when I finished my studies in 2020, I completely fell in love with cozy games and started sharing my love for them on my own channels. And then I joined the Spellgarden team when development of Ritual of Raven was already well on its way, and it's been really interesting to see how many different steps are actually needed to make a game. And then seeing all the different parts really come together in the last couple of months has been incredibly fun. Being in a small team like this also means that we don't necessarily have our set roles and only can do those few things, but instead it all sort of overlaps as far as our skill sets allow that, of course. So Kathleen, for example, has also been really involved in the game design process, and whenever any sort of decision comes up, we all kind of get to put our own opinion in, whether that is regarding a gameplay feature or a UI choice, or also what character customization options we would like to include. So it's been a really fun and certainly challenging at times journey, and we are very excited to see where it leads us next. Thank you, Dames for Games, for having us. We hope you have a wonderful day.
Alright. Oh, wait. Hold up. Y'all know about the demos out here. Did I see demo? Play demo now. There you go. Play a demo now on Steam. Love to see it.
Hello gamers, I am Gwen Moore. I run GSC Studios, which exclusively makes otome games. I do a number of things, anything from the programming to the game design to the trailer editing. I like to think of what I do as taking all of these pieces from the very talented people that I work with and sort of gluing them together to make a final product. I'd like to talk to you guys about Keepers of Estrella, an otome visual novel where you play a writer whose characters turn out to be not so fictional. Here's a little more about the game from my partner for this project, the very talented indie author, Brenna Stone.
So what's the game about? It follows the story of my novel Vision, which is a new adult dark fantasy novel about an author who writes fantasy books about her dreams of a necromancer named Thana who can kill people just by touching them, and her phoenix companion named Emrys. Thana and Emrys's world is actually being corrupted by an age-old darkness that is slowly killing it. When Eve is attacked on Earth by a corrupted Australian beast, Emrys actually reveals himself and begins to tell her that, hey, you know, these books you've been writing and these dreams you've been having, they're actually happening in another world, even though your book's got a few details wrong. And, you know, the darkness is just now invading Earth, and it's going to also kill Earth and any other realms that it invades. It's everything from solving various mysteries and the problems that characters encounter, to maybe even falling in love. We have Emrys the Phoenix as a male of interest for Eva, also for my friends on the Ace Era spectrum, and anybody who's just not super into romance but still wants to experience a really cool story. We actually do have the option to toggle romance off. I'm the lead writer on the game, so everything that you see on screen
For the Women's Day sale, we are bringing you guys a major update. All of the sprites have been refinished to create a more cohesive look. We are also adding in a platonic version of Bobby's route. Thank you very much to Dames for Games for giving us this opportunity. Please check out Keepers of Estrella or any of the other GSC Studios.
Full version on Windows, on Steam right now, also on Mac, Windows, Linux, on itch.io.
Titles.
Hi Dames for Games, my name is Natasha and I am the narrative writer and marketing manager for Frogrun. Frogrun is the debut game for our studio, Arc and Pixel. In a world full of vibrant frogs, the kingdom of
gorgeous pixel art.
You play as Rill, a frog prince on a quest to find his lost sister in the midst of a royal conspiracy. Using your tongue as a grappling hook, you swing through the world, fighting enemies and eating bugs.
Oh man, they gotta be sick all the time. Using your tongue as a grappling hook, that's wild. Crazy strength, but also maybe ill.
And the smaller details of dialogue writing and item descriptions. Working on the micro and macro elements of the story mean I get to hide a lot of Easter eggs and ensure everything flows together. When I'm not writing the story of Frogrun, I manage the marketing where I get to bring our game to the community through events like PAX, Supernova and South by Southwest, as well as through social media. Working in a small team means I get to wear a lot of hats and feel involved in decision making. As a woman who's relatively new to the industry, it's been amazing to work on this project.
Hi, my name's Rebecca and I'm the Quality Assurance and Playtesting Coordinator for Frograin. I've played video games my whole life, so having a role now where I get to playtest and be a part of the process has been really rewarding. My role in QA is all about player feedback. I do preliminary playtests, after which I organise playtest sessions with our playtest volunteers and draft up reports based on feedback. We're really prioritising player feedback early in production to ensure a diverse range of voices are included, and our playtesters love being a part of the process, and I really enjoy being able to bring forward solutions and opinions to our devs. Frogran has seen significant improvements in both gameplay, art design, and narrative since implementing routine playtesting and prioritising community feedback. We are constantly working on improving the game to make it the best that we can, so if you'd like to check us out, wishlist us on Steam or head over to our Discord for updates and sneak peeks. Thanks Dames for Games for including us, and we hope to see you again soon.
Hey, I just want to say that's like a really awesome initiative that they've done with like working with playtesters to help build out their game and, you know, really build the game for the players. As someone who's like playtested a few different games, a variety of different, I guess, stages. It's always great that the devs will like ask for player feedback because it shows like they really do care. And I will say like most people, the game developers, do care about like what the players think, and are willing to kind of like tweak gameplay mechanics to for the betterment of just the game experience in general. So that's really cool to see, and cool to see them engage with the community like that and get that kind of feedback to build up their game. So that is awesome. Let me see. Hold on. Did they say
Sessions with our playtest volunteers and draft up
platforms?
reports based on feedback. We're really prioritizing player feedback early in production to ensure a diverse range of voices are included, and our playtesters love being a part of the process, and I really enjoy being able to bring forward solutions and opinions to our devs. Frogran has seen significant improvements in both
I might have
gameplay,
went back too far, but that's
upside,
fine.
and narrative since implementing routine playtesting and prioritizing community feedback. We are constantly working on improving the game to make it the best that we can, so if you'd like to check us out, wishlist us on Steam or head over
Steam.
to our Discord for updates and sneak peeks.
Steam and
Thanks
Discord?
Dames for Games for including us, and we hope to see you again soon.
Go.
Hi, my name is Anna, and I'm an indie
Oh, wait.
developer, writer, and
Did
a
we
game
see this one
designer
last
for
year?
the cozy game The August Before, which is a game about cleaning up, packing your things, and saying goodbye, made by 4 female game designers.
I like collecting physical evidence of everything that ever happened to me. I
Interesting.
collect dry flowers, cards, posters, gifts.
I feel that though.
And it gets out of control pretty
I just can't
quickly
control it
when
like
you're
that.
moving or trying to start a new chapter in your life, because you simply cannot take it all with you. Our game is capturing the moment before the first step into the unknown. The moment when you still don't know. Is it a step, a jump, or a free fall? In our game, you will navigate very familiar coming-of-age stories represented only by the messy rooms. You will have to learn how to say goodbye and will get a chance to indirectly witness fears, growth, happiness. We are a small indie studio, and we create and enjoy narrative-driven cozy games. We have only 4 people on our development team.
Oh,
Nika
wow.
and Sofa do the code, Lara is in charge of everything visual, and I'm a narrative
So
and
we got some
sound
Office
designer.
fans.
Our main goal is the sincerity and simplicity of our games. We really want to show that mundane things matter and can tell a very
That's true.
important story.
Wishlist now on Steam. Move out on the 28th. Oh.
Hello everyone, my
Oh,
name is
hello.
Asha and I work as the art director at Yaza Games. Nice to meet you. Today I want to show you the work that our wonderful women do on our upcoming game, Scriptorium Master of Manuscripts.
Oh, look at that doggo. Look at all the dogs. Got some monkeys.
Hello, I'm Anna. At Yaza Games, I am a game designer. In our game, you will run your own medieval workshop. You will receive orders to illustrate medieval books, and it will be up to you to decorate them any way you like.
Interesting.
Send them back to clients to get paid and unlock new jobs, decorations, and items.
Oh yeah, I was about to say that workspace it
Now
needs
that you know a
needs
bit
a lift,
about our
facelift.
game, let us show you how we're making it. We strive to include as many elements as possible in the game, allowing players to create truly unique manuscripts. We do a lot of research
been
on
like
real medieval manuscripts, drawing inspiration from
guess,
their rich history for our game.
a wave of
Every illustration
manuscript-like
is drawn
games.
from scratch, carefully
As of
adapted to
late.
fit our game's
been interesting to see.
distinctive style,
There's not really anything
characterized
like it.
by bold line art and a touch of playful, cartoonish mischief. Thank you so much for watching and spending that little bit of time with us. We love the medieval ages and manuscripts as an art form, and I hope that after seeing this video, you will love it just a little bit more too. And if our game has piqued your interest, you can find Scriptorium Master of Manuscripts on Steam and add it to your wishlist.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of the show. Bye!
Speaking of Steam, well, I have one related, one not related. So I looked to see if there's a like Steam page out specifically for Dames for Games. From what I've seen, there is not, at least not yet, or not currently, but there is one for women-led games in general. So if you check that out, I think pretty much all of these games should be under that same banner. So that's good. And also, just about hit the 30-minute mark. So let me see real quick in the chat for anybody that might just be popping in. Danes for Games is also running a fundraiser to help support some of the indie devs that you've seen, well, all of the indie devs that you have seen on the screen and that will be on the screen in the Danes for Games Spring Showcase. So if you would like to support outside of wishlisting, which I highly recommend that you do, you can feel free to check out the link for all the different resources and different ways that you can support these indie developers. So yeah, let me do a ! charity in the chat. And this isn't like a link that's locked to, or a command that's locked to me, like anybody can type that in. So if at any point you're looking for the link, that's how you find it. But yeah, let's keep going.
Hi, my name is Laura and I'm the creator of The Merry Fairy. The Merry Fairy is a cozy idle game where you can practice the art of scrapbook journaling in a fairy tale environment. I designed
journaling is kind of popping right now. Hold on.
Window that you can open to step into an enchanted place, deep into a beautiful forest, far away from the stresses of a rushed modern life. You become a cherished guest at Fairy's cottage called the Merry Fairy, where your very own beautiful journal awaits. Here, you can soothe your mind by choosing the weather and by lighting candles and fairy lights, and you can explore Fairy's enchanted desk for journaling inspiration. You may gather whatever you wish to use as decorations and create wonderful journal spreads. Every now and then, Fairy's whimsical friends will gently knock on your window and ask if you wish for company. If you have a spare moment to chat, they will tell you interesting stories about Fairyland and guide you to discover your own magic. I developed the Merry Fairy largely by myself, and I draw inspiration from my gentle, slow life in the countryside of Western Sweden. When I'm not at my computer, I love to forage, garden, crochet, and sew, and overall live a life that is very close to nature.
I wish I had a green thumb.
This is a new life to me, and one that I longed for ever since my career in game development started 25 years ago. Leading teams of all sizes across Europe as a producer and game director, I learned that I thrive in simple, quiet spaces, and that presenting myself as an artist feels much better than as a game developer. Beyond its cozy charm, the Merry Fairy holds a deeper purpose. It is my love letter to introspection, an exercise in discovering my own magic, and a reminder that we need more spaces, both in game and in life, that encourage us to slow down and befriend ourselves.
Yeah.
I hope I can inspire others to discover their own magic, because I want to live in a world where more of us dare to lift their wings and fly towards their true dreams.
Yeah,
thank you,
that's a beautiful
Danes for
message.
Games, for making this presentation possible.
Let me see, hold on. I think it say it was available on Steam. Somewhere, maybe somewhere. I'll Google.
Love letter to introspection.
We'll go on Steam
An
after this,
exercise in
actually, so we can
discovering my own magic. And a reminder that we need more spaces, both in game and in life, that encourage us to slow down and befriend ourselves.
The Danes for Games Twitter also has tweeted out, I think, a bunch of links to the specific Steam pages too. So if you're kind of like, hey man, like I just need the direct links, check out their Twitter. Be sure to follow them for any future showcases that will be coming up, and you'll also get the links for the developers that have been showcased here today and the games that they promote.
I hope I can inspire others to discover their own magic, because I want to live in a world where more of us dare to lift their wings and fly towards their true dreams. Thank you, Dames for Games, for making this presentation possible.
Hello Dames for Games, I'm Surah Karnawi, the co-founder of Orangutan Matter Studio based here in Toronto. I helped bring in Unleaving to life. Unleaving is a puzzle platformer made out of thousands of painting using traditional method of painting, like brush.
I love how like there's so many developers going back to like trying to integrate. Well, not even going back to. They're starting something new by integrating traditional art into gaming in like some of its rawest forms, which is really cool to see. And I know takes such a long time, but it's like you see how much time it took in the details, so I think it's worth it.
At Orangutan Matter, we create authentic art-driven experiences, and as a small studio lead, I wear so many different hats. One of the biggest role I took making Unleaving.
Yeah, like all of this is just gorgeous.
Making over 22,000 paintings, all while balancing motherhood.
Oh my god.
So collaboration was a key.
22,000 paintings.
With the right people. Our team was mostly women, and doing every aspect of the game, from music, arts, unity development, marketing.
Reminds me of Child of Light. I'm not familiar with that. I'll have to look that one up. I'll add it to my list. So we'll play the stream. We're checking out for the Danes for Games showcase. That's been really cool so far.
Reflection of the process and the team behind it. Thank you so much for supporting indies. Check out Unleaving and follow Orangutan Matter for updates. And one more thing to say to my fellow game developers: surround yourself with women and allies, and together we can create incredible things.
Unleaving. Yeah, it was really gorgeous. Available now. Hold up. I think she mentioned PlayStation earlier. Okay. Ooh, we got an exclusive. Let's see.
I'm Jess. I'm the CEO and co-founder
Ooh, I
of
see
Wicked
Batman.
Studios. I'm so excited to talk to you
I love
about our
fellow
studio
Batman fans.
and about our game, World Reborn. I
Ooh,
lead
hold
Wicked
up!
Studios with two phenomenal women. First is Alicia. I used to train young movement
I
leaders
love it.
as an activist all over the world, and that's where I met Alicia.
Oh,
Alicia's a behavioral science
that's
researcher
crazy.
who's done groundbreaking research in cognitive psychology.
Super global team.
She is our CTO. She's Forbes' top 50 women in tech. Was a senior
Hey.
technical lead manager at Pokemon
Women
Go,
in STEM.
and we teamed up with the most wickedly talented,
I want to build something like that.
sick-hearted people in the industry, and Wicked Saint Studios was born. We're working on the first game of its kind called World Reborn. World Reborn is a graphic novel-style interactive story game. There is this cataclysmic event that's fractured the world into multiple realities, and there's a secret underground group that's recruiting you because they need you to save this other reality that only you can save, or it's too late for everyone. Dun dun dun. Here's the truth that we know. You are already strong. What the game does is it reveals where your unique strengths are, and then helps
that's
you
really
to use
cool.
those strengths to change your reality. We have
That's
these different core
definitely
strengths that are backed
that's
by
like putting a spin on a lot of like traditional I guess just game intros, game prologues, where it's always the hero is depowered or doesn't have all the powers he had in the previous game, or all this. They never explain it, never say this. This makes so much sense. Like, you're already walking into this, you know what your assets are, you know what your strengths are, and then you can like continue to build from there. I really dig that. That's a nice spin on things.
positive psychology. The choices you make within the game and the actions you choose to do in real life will sort you on where your inner strengths lie. So sign up at worldreborn.com and we'll send you the game. It's coming soon, like within the next month. So join us, because we're gonna unfunk the world together.
Hey. Check out the website, y'all. Sign up. Get involved. Like Duolingo for your... Hold on, they're speaking to me directly. This is crazy. How did they know? How did they know? Play a little every day. Make real life change. Oh, dang. Hold up. One choice at a time. Unfunk the world. That's actually really sick. There's like... I might have missed this because I was just fangirling, but it seems like there's like an activist element to this. I'm definitely going to go website and learn more.
We hope you enjoyed those spotlights. We tried to mix things up, so there's a little bit of everything. You have a little bit of cuteness, a little bit of creativity, and you might have some stuff that's a little sad, a little scary. I don't know. It depends on what you're into. What did you think about the spotlights?
I really like how diverse the genres were. I felt like there was something for everybody. Anybody can find the niche that they prefer in the first group of spotlights. I like there's like some that are like artsy, then you have a little bit of cozy, a little cute, a little adorable, a little inspiring you to like write and journal, which I love. So I feel like there's a little something for everybody in that group.
Thank you. Listen, that's what I was trying to do. We wanted to make sure that there was a little bit of everything for everyone. So don't forget to check out the Women's Day Steam event where you can find these games, wishlist them, and purchase them if they're out. But we have lots more. We have some dope trailers that are about to come up, and Miss Bubbles is going to be leading the charge of that. So stay tuned.
Hello, it's Miss Bubbles. I've been creating videos on YouTube for over 4 years now. I started gaming when I was 3 years old thanks to my dad. I played games like Hercules and Tarzan and Sims 1. Then in 2016, I discovered RPGs. I started with Witcher 3 and Fallout 4 and my life completely changed. However, there was one thing missing, which was I just didn't have anybody to talk about video games.
What's going on, Dish? Welcome to the stream. We're checking out the Dames for Games showcase. So far, it's been banger after banger, man. And I know we've seen previous showcases, and I feel like this is the best one that they've done so far. I know we're not all the way through it, but I love the format. I feel like we're really hitting our stride here. But most importantly, before I get into any kind of critiques of the showcase or anything, we're also doing a fundraiser right now to help support all the devs. I keep saying a lot of devs. All the devs that have been showcased so far, and they'll be coming up. So, yeah, I'm happy to support, and happy to be here. I fell asleep after work. I'm just now waking up. Well, you woke up at the right time, Dad. You woke up at the right time. It's peak season. So I'm gonna stop interrupting people. Let's keep on.
So I thought, why not start my channel? And today, here I am, able to talk about video games and this passion of mine with people from all around the world. On my channel on YouTube at Miss Bubbles, you can find me talking about games that are cozy, farming games, as well as RPGs. So if that sounds up your alley, make sure to visit the page and squish the subscribe button. Thank you so much, Dames for Games, for having me here today, because I can show you 5 games that you probably don't want to miss out on.
We love a good trailer montage.
Use your wits. Or brute force.
Dead Wave. Oh, that's a good name.
Push the enemies into the abyss.
Okay, we got some tactics. I like pushing people. Don't quote me on that.
Pathetic mortals. You cannot stop the awakening of our master.
Become stronger and fight back. Explore the world above in search of loot and adventure.
I love it. Oh, hold up. We got pixel portraits too.
Upgrade your ship and skills. Become strong enough to
Y'all know I'm big into
challenge
the visuals.
the ancient gods.
Dead Weight. Wishlist it
Xin chào,
now.
tôi là Chrissy, phụ trách thiết kế sáng tạo và marketing tại Soga Studio, một đội ngũ phát triển game độc lập tại Việt
Cabin
Nam.
Life Simulator.
Chúng tôi đang phát
From
triển
Vietnam,
Cabin
okay.
Life Simulator, trò chơi mô phỏng chân thực về cuộc sống và
Wait,
một
hold
hàng
up.
không. Nhiều người nghĩ rằng công việc này chỉ xoay quanh việc phục vụ hành khách, nhưng thực tế họ
Oh,
phải xử lý những sự
you know
bất
what's so I was literally about to say this might be the only airplane experience that goes smoothly in recent times, and now look at what's on the screen. Nope, this is totally accurate. Totally accurate, unfortunately, to what's happening in real life. But you know, that's what happens when you're trying to nail the experience.
giữ an toàn cho chuyến bay và chịu áp
I failed this stage because I'm running.
lực vô hình mỗi ngày, đặc biệt với phụ nữ. Trong game, người chơi sẽ vào vai một nữ tiếp viên phục vụ hành khách và trải nghiệm những thử thách thực sự trên máy bay. Là một người đam mê hàng không, tôi và Simon, nhà phát triển chính, đồng hành cùng cộng đồng để mang đến những chi tiết tinh tế, từ bộ đồng phục chỉnh chu đến quy trình làm việc chuyên nghiệp. Tựa game sẽ chính thức ra mắt vào ngày 19
February
tháng 2
9th.
năm
Oh, it's out.
2025. Hãy sẵn sàng cùng chúng tôi tạo nên những trải nghiệm
There we
mới
go,
trên
get
bầu
to
trời.
flying. Camper van, make it home. I've never been in a camper. part of me is like, it'll be cool. The other part of me is like, I get motion sickness, so I'm like living in a motion full house. I don't know. Aesthetically though, very cool. Very cool. Oh yeah. Very cutesy. Oh, hold up. I could get down with the cooking. Got all kinds of pets. You know, something like this, that would be cool to like go to a foreign country, do a camper.
Story-driven game.
We saw this one
Summer in the countryside.
recently. What showcase
I
was
used to be such a city girl, always online,
that?
always
Was it
busy.
Xbox or was it
Spending
Annapurna?
my whole
One
summer
of the
in a
two.
forsaken village? No thanks.
Did a camper van camping trip when I was a kid. It was so much fun. I could see it. I talked myself into it now. I'm like, you know, maybe motion sickness won't be that bad. I'm like, now I kind of need to do it. I don't know. The game could be the start.
But here I am, surrounded by a gang of geese, clearly thinking they're the biggest deal around here. But who had been feeding them so well? Perhaps a goose grandma who always says they're too skinny? I had to fight a sneaky goat every day from my own backpack, cheered on by the laughter of the tiny yellow goslings. But, you know, everything changed when I met Ben.
See, I still want to know what she said, what she meant by that.
So what do you think about
Friendship
these
or
games
love?
we just saw so far? I think there's something for everyone. I love the mix of different genres, and I actually have 5 more to show you. We've got a intriguing CRPG as well as a visual novel, but also one of my favorite genres, cozy games.
Oh, hold on. Let me read this. Okay, here we go.
Cozy games.
Night dessert. The night hums with hunger. And not just for pastries. Ooh. It's gonna give my best customers the attention they deserve. Oh. Alrighty then, stop teasing me and bring me a dessert already. Let's see what I can whip up for you. I'll give you something you like. Here comes your favorite. Oh, what was that? Sounds like my kind of conversation. Who might you be? Oh, no, not a third wheeler. Another late night enthusiast. Kai. Or wait, is this a 3? Is this a triangle? Hold on. Night dessert. Wishlist on Steam and itch.io. Okay. Kingdom Flipper. Making the castle that I deserve. This is what they're gonna do in Metaphor when I win my campaign for royalty. I'll start building up my castle. Sell it. Okay, wishlist on Steam. An unexpected quest. Hold up! Ooh, the art's like a fire. In ashes. Raise your weapon. Ooh, very anime. Find your valor. I just know you'll get that spark back. Earn their trust. Is this a dating sim? Hold on. There's a lot of very attractive people. It's not often someone surprises me. And venture on. You were a hero once before. But what kind of hero will you be now? Why did we fall? Ooh, who knows? Wishlist on Steam to find out.
Hey everyone, this is Nia Denkova from Flat28 Collective, and I'm excited to show you our game Glass House.
Yo.
A lockdown turn-based CRPG currently available to wishlist on Steam. You play as Waldmeyer, a pipefitter who's trapped in a crime scene during a lockdown while revolution rages in the streets of the fiefdom. Everyone is treated as a spy, so you venture into the depths of a broken society to investigate the dormitory and its dungeons and prove your innocence. Loot and craft your way to solutions, using books that grant you knowledge. Build your political compass to solve skill checks, better understand the neighborhood, and unravel the political conspiracy. But remember, talk while you can, fight if you have to.
Oh. Ooh, I think it said there was a demo available. There is on Steam and itch.io. There is a demo available. I saw you ping on Discord. I'll have to check it out after the stream. Maybe, I don't know. Sometimes you be saying crazy stuff. Midnight Girl. Yo, wait. Did she make a heist? Oh. 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 Dang. Oh no.
Thanks for having me here today and allowing me to share these amazing
She was
games
not
with
ready.
everyone. If you are looking for a bubbly community, a cozy community, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel at Miss Bubbles. I will be covering quite a few of these titles that we saw today, so I hope to see you there.
Excellent.
Yo, after watching that, I'm ready to flip some kingdoms. Because, you know, Kingdom Flipper, get it? Okay. But
I get it. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Okay, I'm glad you laughed because it was like, you know, the way I flipped into that. Okay, anyways, I loved watching all of those trailers. Listen, I'm a 90s baby. Well, I'm an 80s baby, a 90s baby, all of those things. So Videoverse is right up my alley. Like, it made me think of like when I used to go on the weekends to Blockbuster. Yes, I am that old. And,
Same.
Blockbuster, I remember that.
Right?
I vaguely remember
Pick out a
Blockbuster.
video game and like play it over the weekend. You guys may have heard about that. It was back in ancient times.
Possibly.
You know.
Got a couple things from there.
But was there anything that piqued your interest out of all of those trailers?
Well, I am a simulator girly. Okay,
Oh.
so Cabin Crew Life Simulator is on my wish list already. I'm actually
Looks
in their
cute.
DMs.
Oh.
Want to play this game, so I'm really, really excited to play Cabin Crew Life Simulator.
So you heard that. Cabin Crew developers.
Blockbuster was a
go ahead and send us
staple.
some keys. You listening? We
See,
those keys.
I was old enough.
Listen, I've always wondered what it
I was old enough to request a couple things here and there, but not to the point where I was like, oh, this is how good Blockbuster. Well, I don't know if it was actually really good or if that's just nostalgia talking, but I think I was like no older than maybe 11 by the time I got like a couple things from Blockbuster. I did get Marley and Me before Blockbuster closed, and then when Blockbuster closed, I didn't have to return it. So I still got it. That's the one thing I remember getting from Blockbuster.
It would be like to be a stewardess.
Oh,
and, like,
such a
fly.
sad movie.
So I think
It
this
was
is
good,
the
though.
perfect way to figure that out. Because
Was it
usually
good? It was
I'm
great?
nervous. I try to follow. I try
Friday
to get
night
no sleep
Blockbuster nights
before
with
I
the
get on the
fam.
plane, so I could just sleep.
Sounds like you need to make a
all the way.
Blockbuster game,
I don't know
bitch.
who else
I
would.
don't
Anyways, I'm
know.
going off on a random tangent. Has nothing
Game
to do with
Buster.
gaming. So let's get right back into the gaming. We have some incredible spotlights coming up. I hope you like them, and if you do, like I said before, please go to the Women's Day Steam event sale.
Women's Day Steam event. There you go.
Because that was kind of hard that time. Please go to the Women's Steam Day event sale and wishlist and buy the games that you are interested in. And we will see you right after this.
Yes.
Developer Spotlight. Before we do that, I think it was just mentioned, but I will also mention it here for the people in the chat. We are supporting the Danes for Games organization. They are doing a fundraiser right now to help support the developers that you have seen and that you will see on the screen. So if you would like to support the developers outside of, course, going and wish listing the game on the platforms where they're available, or the games, I should say, definitely check out, let's see, I have a link with the resources to direct you to their pages where you can help support them, and just check out their websites and the developers they're supporting. It's a great initiative. Hello, Barry, welcome to the stream. What's going on? What's going on? We are checking out the Danes for Games showcase. You made it just in time for the developer spotlight, so let's dig into that.
I'm Jenny, and I'm lead producer of Spirit
Oh.
Swap Lo-Fi Beats to Match 3-2.
And I'm Morgan, lead programmer.
I didn't know she was working on a game.
Two of the 4 co-owners at SoftNow.
Jenny, she hosts the Wholesome Games Direct every year. So I'm like, it's a familiar face. That's cool.
A week, and we are so excited to be sharing more about our game with you.
As lead programmer, my role is to build the logic that makes the core of the game. I code the gameplay, help with menus,
Oh,
make sure
wait.
everything that
Okay,
our
okay.
artists and
I'm
writers
familiar
make
with
gets
this.
into the
I'm fine.
game. Basically, I'm making the picture frames that everyone puts the game into.
And as producer, my role is really to make sure everything is on track and everyone is taken care of. I help organize our priorities and deadlines and whatever tools or assets needed to get those goals done. I also help with our biz dev and marketing efforts, which means figuring out how to hopefully get our game seen by the folks who most want to play it.
So, mechanically, Spirit Swap is a combination of 2 genres we love: action puzzle games and narrative games with dating sim elements. We wanted to add a twist to the classic gameplay of games like Panel de Pon and Tetris Attack. So one of the things we brought in to spice up the formula are spells that players can cast to help clear the board and manage their spirits.
The core of Spirit Swap, though, is the narrative. It's a joyful, queer
Okay.
story about what it means to be there for your friends and for them to also be there for you.
We love that.
And of course, if you'd like, you can date them.
And maybe
Oh, hold up.
And maybe smooch.
Oh,
We drew
hold
from
up.
our own lives and interests as a queer
Y'all trying to
team
get some
with lots
smooches
of
or what?
different experiences to be inspired by. You can see that embedded throughout the architecture, food, characters, and overall world building.
I love food.
We
I love
wanted to reflect
smooches.
the joy
I love
within our world
Tetris-like
and loved ones,
games.
which isn't always seen in the media,
Love
especially
narrative.
games. What's really exciting is that Spirit Swap is out now on Steam and Xbox, and we hope after
Okay.
taking a look, you're ready to get swapping.
And a big thank you to Dames for Games for letting
And
us
it's
show
great
a
character
little bit
designs,
about
too.
our game and what we do. And we hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Hi everybody, my name is Anka and I'm one of the 3 co-founders of Hamburg-based Symmetry Break Studio. At our studio, I'm in charge of game production, social media, and business, and I also help with sound,
Oh, wow.
narrative, and game design.
She wears a
I've
lot
been
of
working
hats.
on games since 2018 when I was studying for a master's in media design. During that time in university, I met and began working with Jan and Julian, my future co-founders. The project we started together and want to show you guys is Misgiven. We are really passionate about story-driven
She
games,
got like
and we want
6
to
jobs.
about
Yeah,
human
she does a
connection,
lot.
community, and the struggle of fitting in, featuring diverse characters you'd want to spend time with. Misgiven is a sci-fi adventure game about 3 women,
You
the
love an
fraught
independent
relationship between
woman.
them, and their role in dismantling a huge conspiracy that
Slash
endangers the lives
busy
of an entire
woman.
city. You play a stranger who has to pretend to be somebody else in order to have a chance at saving the place. Misgiven is based around a unique drag and drop dialogue system that we call
Let me make sure. I saw a little. Let me make sure it's not on auto.
tangible.
Okay.
Dialogue options have emotional weights of different
I
sizes.
like
to
the
communicate
vibes.
fact
There's so
that
many
you
good
can't
vibes in
always
the
say what you
showcase.
want to say. Some options are safe, some are harder to get out, and some you cannot say at all. If you try to squeeze in difficult topics that
So y'all got
only
the
barely
charisma
fit in, it's like fighting a
talk
lump
your
in
way
your
out.
throat. Under the pressure, you risk saying something you didn't mean. And this might lead to misunderstandings or a moment of vulnerability that will bring you two closer. Your openness towards characters can change over time, allowing you to share bigger or smaller options, and it's based on several factors like your relationship status, your mental state, and how well you've been taking care of yourself. Misgiven for me is a deeply personal project that offers me a space where I can speak about and reflect on experiences of isolation, otherness as an immigrant, a woman in the tech industry, and a neurodivergent developer, and connect with others who resonate with these topics, which luckily has been very easy so far in our beautiful indie game scene.
That's awesome.
Thanks, Dames for Games, for featuring us, and please wishlist Misgiven on Steam.
There you go. Y'all know what to do.
I'm Marina, the artist, lead writer, and co-designer on Angeline Era. Angeline Era is an unforgettable and wild bump/action venture that draws on diverse
hold on.
influences
Oh, wait,
from
I've
across
seen
the
this.
history of action games to deliver a bouncy and kinetic experience that is instantly approachable but surprisingly hardcore. Angeline Era is set in a fantasy version of Ireland, and the art incorporates a lot of photo textures of rocks, trees, and architecture that we shot on location. I've also used the website iNaturalist to identify the plants in our photos and find additional public domain images of those plants that I can use in the game's art. There are really a lot of incredible tools out there for game artists that might not be the first place you think to look. A lot of art museums, like the Art Institute of Chicago, let you filter their digital collections by public domain usage rights. For me, it's not about accuracy for accuracy's sake. It's more that when you have the chance to learn more specifics or find images that come from a particular place and time, you can have a lot of fun and challenge your preconceptions and find interesting connections.
Yeah, that's cool.
Angeline Era is in many ways about these kinds of surprising connections and resonances. For example, the story follows Tetsuki Noshita, a Japanese American in the 1950s, who comes into contact with both futuristic angels and ancient fae who vie for his allegiance. Where will his heart lead? Please look forward to Angeline Era.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Soon.
I definitely resonate with it because I'm seeing like a lot of the like different methodologies and approaches to creating the art that I've looked into recently. Because like if y'all don't know, I haven't talked about it in a bit because it's honestly been a bit since I've opened Blender. Well, not that long, but you know, not been consistent on it. But I do think about Blender a lot and these different methods and ways you can apply the images and stuff. And I know that takes a very, very, very long time. So really cool. Impressed with what they were able to build with, like, you know, all the different creative resourcing.
Hello, I'm Ellen, you can call me Axie, and I'm the co-founder and 3D artist for Mango Leaf Games.
We love
I
mangoes.
started out as a 3D artist making VTuber models for myself and my friends, which really helped me hone my skills in character and prop design.
Oh, Blenderer!
Transitioning to making games after that really came naturally.
We gotta support this.
Especially for our passion project, Kokoro Kitchen. I love incorporating 3D art anywhere that I can and really just having fun with it.
Slacking
so for the
on,
rest of the
no,
video, you'll see
I
me
mean,
speaking
only a
of
little.
my 3D VTuber model, Axie.
Only a
There are
little.
4 main zones in our game. The restaurant, the kitchen, the garden,
Just like the
and
lady that has
preparations.
6 jobs, I too have many things to do, including Blender. I will be getting back to it. Hopefully this weekend. I've said that many times, but this time I mean it.
We wanted our game to have a cozy, chill feeling while you work to fulfill as many customer orders as you can. in a
Okay,
day.
it's one of
You'll have
those.
to keep your plants watered
And we're
your
taking. Oh
animals
my
clean
God!
and
Wait.
fed to have
Speaking
the
of having 6
freshest
jobs, hold on.
ingredients for you. It's all about taking
You
your
taking
time
care of
and
the
really enjoying all
farm
of the
animals,
elements that
making
go
the
into cooking.
food, serving the
Kokoro Kitchen
food.
focuses on Japanese food,
Oh my
which has been a
gosh.
huge part of our lives for many years. The dishes in our game are some of the ones we make at home all the time. It's
slander.
been truly amazing
Slander
to
in the
work
chat.
on my first ever game, and I'm so happy that it's one I feel so much love for. I really hope that when you play Kokoro Kitchen, you feel the same comfort and wholesome vibes that I've been
And all the
trying
pictures
to
of the
pour
food
into
look
it
good, too.
every second while working on it. I really want to thank Dames for Games for giving us the opportunity to show off our little cozy game. And I really appreciate this platform that's been created to honor women in the game dev community. I hope you all enjoyed seeing our little cozy game, and I can't wait for you all to finally play it.
Wishlist on Steam.
Hi, I'm Edwige, the game director of The Harvest Garden. It's a cozy and historical gardening game set in 17th century France.
In this game, you play as Agnès, a young peasant who has been tasked by the abbess Angélique to take care of her own garden while she is away. You will be able to make it your own by watering the plants, working on the soil, gathering seeds, planting them, watching them grow, and discovering the plants that have been brought here by birds or wind, like in a real garden.
We are creating this game with a team of 6 people.
Oh, is that more Blender?
She is the character
I
designer.
love a
of the game.
Blender.
She used to work at Ubisoft, and now she also has her own studio called Purple Meadows.
Oh, there you go.
The music composer is Laurent Telenaria. She's a professional artist, but also a lyric singer in a metal band called Orkis. In the team, we also
Look at this. The whole theme of this is just like women with multiple jobs, hobbies, multifaceted women, I'll say. And some cat propaganda, but you know, we'll move past it. We'll move past it. We'll accept it for today.
This is Spy, and both the French and British royals are looking for it. It is encrypted with plans, so you will be able to help the people of Port Royal with it.
I am super proud to announce that the game's Steam page is now live.
Hey.
So you can go there and wishlist our game. It will allow you to follow our updates. Especially, I wanted to say that a beta is coming very soon.
Oh, okay.
Also, I want to thank so much the Dames for Game team for having us in this showcase. That's so cool. And thank you so much, everyone, for listening to us.
She's
and
cute.
Maybe at bientôt.
Bye-bye. Ibis Garden. Steam page just went live, y'all. Be the first. Be the first to wish list.
Hello everyone, my name is Shala and I'm the co-founder and CEO at City from Naught. We started making video games on 2019. Our first game, Keyword, A Spider's Thread, was launched on 2021, and now we have two projects going on, which is Keyword 2 Nightfall and Brave New Wonders. As a studio owner, I have to wear many hats at the same time.
I'm the
Multifaceted women.
Bringing our games to showcases around the world, including GDC, Gamescom, WePlay, and various online events. I handle fundraising, securing supports from government programs like Ontario Creates and Canada Media Fund, as well as private venture capital firms such as Miracle Plus. I also take care of hiring, finances, and all behind-the-scenes house cleaning so my team can focus on production. Our studio is made up of talented people from all over the world, each bringing unique perspectives and creativity. I'm so proud to say that half of our team members are women, shaping the industry with their incredible skills and vision. In our new game, Keyword 2 Nightfall, you can put your detective skills to test in a heart-gripping cyberpunk mystery adventure, where every dark corner of an intricate, complex vertical city
They snap absolutely crazily. I can't even speak English now. Crazily.
Collect key evidence,
how hard they snap,
and enjoy hot pot with your partner. Inspired by Kowloon, Wall City, and Chongqing, Keyword 2 Nightfall features a stunning urban verticality, offering unique traversal opportunities and hidden discoveries at every turn. Every choice shapes the outcome, leading you closer to the truth or deeper into the shadows. Keyword 2 Nightfall won Best in Play at GDC 2024, and the demo will be available soon. Don't forget to wishlist and follow it on Steam. I'm really happy to be here, connecting with fellow female developers, and thank you Dames for Games for such a great opportunity.
Hi, my name is Natasha Naracher and I'm art director working on Cozy Video Game.
Cozy Video Game. That, yep.
It's called Peppered, an existential platformer.
We love a cozy video game. I like the pixel art. Very clean.
Up, I discovered two great passions: making art.
See, me and her on the same wavelength of cozy, I think.
I sought a career
making money.
Freedom,
okay, respect.
And good working conditions. And so I chose a video game industry. Peppered is my first big independent project. It is a platformer where you can have only one shot at everything.
Oh, really? Interesting.
The game will keep track of your every step. Every poor choice, wrong action, failed boss fight or challenge will remain permanently and determine the ending you will get and how wrong things will go.
That's what free demo on Steam. That's crazy.
You will also get to
I'm getting the bad ending automatically.
And many other funny characters we have.
Either that or I'm playing the safest game you've ever seen. I like her style. I do too.
So stay tuned and wishlist on Steam because Peppered is coming out soon.
Oh, okay. That's very soon. That's sick.
And
I like that a
we're
lot.
back. I hope you enjoyed those. Hello. I hope you enjoyed those last spotlights. It's always really cool to see kind of like behind the scenes and how much work goes into each game, because
For real.
the game is
Especially, as much as Didge likes to jest, Didge and I have both been on a journey together, separately but together, as far as exploring these different game development tools. Blender is kind of 50-50 because it used to be for game dev. Now it's not so much for game dev, but you can still use it for game dev. But he's on the more traditional route with looking at Unreal Engine 5. And we can both tell you the hours and hours and hours of time that we have put into learning these different programs. And at least speaking for myself, I don't think I'm anywhere near ready to build any kind of demo, prototype, let alone a full-fledged game. So y'all gotta clap it up for these ladies that have put together quite the showcase so far. And we're a little more than halfway through, I think, at this point. But any development in general, crazy that people are doing, especially people who they're just like starting out and they have so much to learn. The barrier for entry very high. So, people say this, I don't think frequently enough. It is a miracle that games get made in general. So it should be celebrated. Try out the demo. Nah, I ain't either. I'll props to them because this stuff is hard. It's very, very freaking hard to make something, in my experience, ugly and halfway functional, let alone something that's attractive, up to freaking gorgeous that we've seen up on here, functional, fun, like all that kind of stuff. So, we gotta clap it up for these game devs.
A lot of work. And I don't think a lot of people realize that. And all of these incredible individuals are on small teams, so they wear a lot of different hats. And speaking of incredible individuals, we have an amazing special guest who is going to share her story of how she became the senior character artist at Naughty Dog. She's worked on The Last of Us, and she's also worked on a game you might have heard of that got announced last year during the Game Awards. Yeah. So make sure that you stay tuned, because I know somebody else here who also loves games from Naughty Dog. Her name is iChristine.
I do like games from Naughty Dog. I'm Last of Us, are you kidding me? It's peak cinematic gaming experience, led on to an amazing, the show afterwards. And there's season 2's coming. Come on, are you guys
very soon? Very soon.
Popcorn ready. Right, girl. I got 2 different popcorns ready, okay? And my Butterfingers that I like to eat with my popcorn.
It's not a competition.
How many popcorns do you guys have? Okay, who's got the most popcorn? All
right,
I don't know.
Your popcorn and get ready.
If it's a competition, I'll do what I need to do. That's all I gotta say.
She's incredible.
I'll do what I need to do.
And we are also going to show some of incredible work that she's done. So, I'm gonna go get my popcorn. Christine's gonna go get all of her snacks, and then we'll be back.
Special guest.
Hey everyone, super excited to be introducing our special guest. Her name is Colleen Larson, and she is the senior character designer at Naughty Dog. I am so glad that you're able to be on our showcase to let us do this interview, and I really appreciate it. I know you have a lot going on right now. You have a new game that was just announced at the Game Awards, and I know we can't talk too much about that, but I am super excited to be able to talk with somebody who is so talented, artistically. I've always wanted to really get into art, but I feel like I just don't have the skill. I know I need to practice. I definitely need to practice. But again, thank you so much for coming on. How are you doing today?
I'm great. Thanks for having me. I'm glad we could finally do this.
I know. I think we started chatting
and she got the bob
year,
too.
So it's a really nice to come full
bob
circle.
Life all the
So
way.
I usually start off our interviews with asking our guests kind of what inspired them to get into gaming, what inspired them to get in the industry, and I would love for you to share your story with our community.
Yeah, for sure. Basically, from as long as I can remember, I've been drawing. I never really had another career in mind, which sounds kind of crazy. I know a lot of people you know, they start in one career and then they may shift to art, you know, like that's one of my favorite things is like hearing people's stories, hearing
Not
how
her
they,
describing my life.
how they get into the
before
industry.
it happens.
But for me, it was always really clear I wanted to do art, and that that took different forms over my life. So like for a while I wanted to be a comic artist. For a while I wanted to go into animation. So I had originally actually gone to college for animation. I attended San Jose State University in the Bay Area in California. I attended their animation illustration program. And like the first semester I was there, I realized that I wasn't good at animation and I didn't like it at all, which is kind of crazy. I was like, I have to draw this again. And again and again. Like, are you crazy? And then I realized like I really love putting like all my energy into like one drawing or one painting, right? And so characters have always been my bread and butter. Like since I was a kid, I like was coming up with my own characters. Like since I was little, characters always were my focus. So once I realized animation wasn't for me, my attention kind of turned toward character concept art for games, because my whole life I've always loved games. Like even before I owned a console, I was playing it at friends' houses and families' houses. And then, you know, that fateful Christmas of 1998 when, you know, my parents got us the PlayStation 1, like I like text them sometimes and I'm like, did you guys ever like have any clue, like, you know, what this little gray box would do to my life, you know, like to do to our lives. But yeah, like I essentially like discovered 3D like super late in my college career, and there's some kind of spark there that ignited for me, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I can bring these characters to life in a way that I've never done before. And I was fortunate enough to be given an opportunity to kind of get my foot in the door at a studio called Linden Lab shortly after graduation, and they taught me so much during that time. And I was actually like a month after I graduated, I had already enrolled in some other classes to specifically focus on character art for games. So during that time,
I could do that. She was
I was
in it.
studying both on the job and then at home. So I would like, I was just like jumping into the deep end, you know, and so I feel very fortunate to be in this industry and to be able to kind of like bring those characters to life, or at least I'll say this, I'm part of bringing those characters to life, because my role is important, but it's also a very like small part of the entire game development process. You know, like there are so many talented people that contribute to basically like making these experiences what they are, and these life-changing you know, like games that we all love. So yeah,
I love that. It's so funny because I think our stories parallel, but obviously at some point, like they're no longer paralleling, because I went to school for 2D animation because I really wanted, so that's how I met Evan, our mutual friend. I was there for 2D animation, and I had the same kind of feeling that you had. Like I wanted to design the characters, but I didn't want to do any of the in-between stuff and all of that crap. And it felt like that's what people were getting hired for, unless you went to like CalArts or something. So I totally understand that. What I love is that like you continue to study and continue to like really hone
that's interesting. That's
really important.
I never thought about taking more classes after graduating.
And they think, okay, now I have the degree, I'm ready to go. But it's always good to like keep learning. Like even if you can't register for classes at like a college or something, like download tutorials, download classes online. It's so important. So I love that you brought that up, because education is really, really important. And so is networking. So my second question was kind of like, since you've been in the industry for as long as you have, you started out at Linden Labs and now you're at Naughty Dog doing things. Are there some things that you want to see positively changed within the industry? Because I'm sure you've gotten to see a lot as you've gone through, like you have some history. And I know kind of like the whole reason why we're doing this showcase is to promote women and femme-identifying individual stories about their time in the industry and their creations, and giving them a platform to just, you know, safely tell their story. So I was just curious if you had anything that you kind of wanted to see change for the better within the game industry.
Yeah, that's a really good question. I mean, for me, the big top of mind thing, of course, is I would love to see the industry stabilize. You know, the last couple years, we're seeing the most tumultuous time in the industry in a long time. I mean, I've talked to some, you know, veterans that have been in the industry a long time, and they've experienced things like this in the past, which in some way it's kind of comforting knowing that it's like, okay, we've been through this before. You know, like obviously like many jobs have been disrupted, many lives have been disrupted, but like the industry, I believe the industry will stabilize, but I would love to see more practices, you know, go into play that are doing more to ensure the stability and the I guess the safety of jobs.
If I could ask her a question, I would have asked her about, or I guess a follow-up would have been about, like unionization for game devs. Because I know it's like, it's been flirted with the past few months to maybe a year-ish, but there hasn't been huge commitment, at least from like these bigger publishers that have like the big chunk of devs, so.
You know, I love this industry very much, and I would love for more people to feel comfortable getting into this industry. I just think about how many people, you know, might be deterred, and rightly so, from
100%, yeah.
pursuing a career in games because it is so volatile.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the VFX and film industries are also known for being volatile, and it's like, I would love for there to be some movements in the direction of stability for our industry. And then on top of that, you know, I would love to see more and more women getting into games. I see so many young women pursuing character art, and it makes me so happy to see that, because they're like kicking ass. And it's like, like, let's do this. You know, it's like, we can contribute so much to this industry, and we can inspire others, like other women, you know. And I'm lucky enough to do some mentoring through Think Tank Training Center, which is a VFX school based in Canada. And it's one of the best aspects of my career that I never really anticipated, which is like giving back to, you know, the next generation. And there are some seriously talented ladies coming through that program, so it makes me really happy.
No, that's exciting to hear, especially because I know like that's one of the reasons why we do this is to show that representation, to show that, like, you know, there are other women who are doing like different incredible things within the industry, and if it's something that you aspire to be, you see people like yourselves in those places and you're like, hey, I can do that too. And I think that's very, very powerful. And I loved what you talked about when you said you want to kind of move towards stabilizing the game industry. And I think I've thought about that a lot, especially after coming out of animation and like 08 and 09 and how things went like super crazy back then. Being able to do something as a career versus like jumping from project to project on contracts. And I think that's what a lot of people do. Like the idea that you go to college, you get your degree, and then you find a career. And it's been so hard for a lot of people in the creative field to make a career out of what they really want to do, and then they have all this debt from where they went to school for it, and they can't. So yeah, I think that would be great if we could stabilize it and open up more doors for these incredibly talented people, because I think AA and AAA have gotten a little a little stagnant with some of like their stories that they're coming out, right? and you see so many innovative stories coming out of the indie space where people aren't afraid to take these chances and tell these stories and things like that. And I would love to see more of that from like these big brand publishers, which I think once things stabilize, indie and AAA will be able to influence each other in really positive ways. So thank you.
I totally agree.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see that. I'm ready for us to bounce back. I'm sure a lot of people are.
Yeah.
The next question I wanted to ask is if you could tell us a little bit about the work that you've done in the past. Like you mentioned that you worked at Linden Labs and that like you're now at Naughty Dog, and just the things that you can talk about, because I totally understand like NDA and there's some things you can't talk about, but just to give our community a little idea of like some of the incredible things that you have worked on.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, when I first started in the industry, I was at Linden Labs, so they're known for like Second Life. For example, at the time they were building like the spiritual successor to Second Life for VR, and that was an amazing way to get my feet wet with like the kind of PBR like pipeline, which is physically based rendering. So essentially, like all the tools that I learned on that first job are still tools that I use today daily at Naughty Dog. You know, it's just a matter of how those things are applied, and you know, at what like I guess you know what quality level. And so I was at Linden Lab for a couple of years, and I was like, Naughty Dog has always been my goal, and so it was like, I was always like really clear about that. Like from day one, I was like, you know, like this, you know,
I love it.
Naughty Dog is like my thing, you know. So, and I mean, anyone who knows me, like I'm like the Naughty Dog girl. And so, yeah, when I was like a couple years into Linden, and I was like, I'm ready to kind of take the next step, I started to, you know, look for jobs, and one of the ones that popped up was, you know, PlayStation Studios in San Diego, and I was like, what is this? Like, I have no idea what this, you know, what is this studio? And the thing is, like, most people don't know about PlayStation Visual Arts, but it's like most of the first-party games that you love, you know and love, wouldn't be possible without PlayStation Visual Arts. They're kind of like, to me, like they're kind of unsung heroes in terms of PlayStation's like most successful franchises. So essentially they're like an internal outsourced studio, and they do tons of different stuff.
Dang.
So they do everything from concept art to environment art, programming.
Like, that name sounds very familiar. Like, I literally just heard it, and I did just hear it. They actually the PlayStation Visual Arts Studio just experienced some layoffs itself, actually, or at least it's reported to have happened. It was reported today, so which is unfortunate, because again, you know, they said in the article they have supported Naughty Dog as one of the studios, actually, which is evidence from Colleen's talking about her experience with them, and just like different PlayStation franchises in general. So, you know, wishing those people the best of luck. Hopefully they can land on their feet quickly. And again, to Colleen's point, talking about the freaking turbulence of the industry, it is crazy. You can fail, bad things happen. You can be successful, bad things happen. It's very unpredictable. So a lot of what she says really resonates with myself, and I'm sure a lot of people, but you know, there is still good to be had, but it's a rough time right now for sure. But yeah, I wish I could end with a more positive note, but we'll go back to the interview.
Like really high quality head scanning and all different kinds of stuff. You know, and obviously character art as well. And so when I got hired, like I had no idea what I'd be working on. I was like, I don't care what I'm working on. Like, I just want to be there, you know. And I was getting the tour from my lead that day, my first day, and he goes, "Oh, did they tell you what you're working on?" And I was like, "No, not yet." And he's like, "Oh yeah, we're remaking The Last of Us for PS5." I almost fell over. Like,
wow, that's crazy.
Time, like, no big deal.
Yeah, I probably would have fell out.
Yeah, it was really, truly like
what?
really special. That project was really something special. I basically got to watch it go from nothing to, you know, like I was the first character artist on the project other than my lead, because PlayStation Visual Arts took the charge on The Last of Us Part 1 while Naughty Dog was finishing up Last of Us Part 2. And so we worked on Part 1 for a good couple years, or maybe a year and a half, before we joined Naughty Dog to finish out Part 2. And then we went back and finished Part 1 with them. So it was amazing just to have this like tiny little team working on this game, and then eventually over time it just grew to like hundreds of people working on this project, and like seeing the updates every week, and like seeing these levels and these characters and these sequences coming online, like these parts of the games that I love so much. Like it was just it was a truly special experience. And then also working on Part 2 was a dream. Like I remember sitting at my PC at Linden Lab watching the E3 2018 trailer for Last of Us Part 2, you know, the festival, you know, where Dina and Ellie kiss, and then it's like the Seattle like the combat parts, and like I was like 2 inches
glued to it. Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, like I was so I can't even describe like how excited I was. And then like literally like 3 months later I was working at PlayStation with Last of Us 2 on my dev kit. Like it was insane. I was like, is this real life?
Yeah.
So yeah, I got to work on, you know, PlayStation Visual Arts. We supported Part 2, so we didn't, you know, we worked on it for maybe like 8 months or something. Right before COVID hit, we finished up our work on that. And then because I was on Part 1 for like 4 years, like I got to work on tons of different characters for that game. So my pride and joy being Riley from Left Behind DLC.
Nice.
She's like my baby now.
That's
it's like,
oh my god, okay, we're gonna show a picture of Riley. I'm gonna make sure that we pop that up there so everybody can see.
Yeah, it was just like she's just a great character already. And then, you know, Soa Lee, who was the lead character artist, or she created Ellie for Last of Us Part 2 among many other things. She originally created Riley, so it was like this huge honor like for me to work on that character. And I got to work on costumes for Joel and Ellie and tons of different NPCs and stuff. So it was I think you know, even though it's a remake, like I think Part 1 will remain like one of the biggest highlights of my career, like regardless of what I work on, like for the rest of my time.
I love that. And it's because you loved it so much. Like that's so cool. Like Thanks. I can't even imagine like being a huge fan of something like that, and then being part of the creation of something like that. So
that's really
congratulations.
Dope.
I'm super proud of you. That is super dope. Like
it's very surreal. Like, you know, you get like in the zone and you're just like working on stuff. Like with Riley, you know, I'm sitting there and I'm like dyeing, making her hair. I'm like, oh my god. And then like you know, you kind of just sit back and you look at it and you're like, oh my god. Like what am I
just did that. Yeah.
Like, you know, yeah, it's really special.
Well, I love that.
Yeah. And the team at Naughty Dog now, you know, like after Part 1 shipped, it felt like okay, like this is time to jump over. And it was the most like natural like job transition of my life, because like I had already worked with them for so long, and they're such a great team, and they've proven to be a fantastic team. I mean, teams change all the time, and you know, the people that are there now are different than, you know, most of them are different from there's still a few people that are left over from, you know, they've been there a while, which is really, really great to work with them. But our current team is so wonderful, and we get along so well, and they inspire me all the time. And it feels very like, I mean, I don't know, it's crazy, like having just these wizards of the industry like in every single department. And you know, it's like you walk through the office and
any wizards in the chat,
like, you know, whoever you pass in the hallway, they're gonna be like the best in their field at whatever it is, you know. It's like, so it's a big honor to be there.
Oh, well, I mean, you're one of the best at what you do. So, yeah. And I know we're running kind of towards the end of this, but I also wanted to say I think it's really wonderful that you love the team that you work with and that you have such a
makes a big difference
environment. I know some people have been in the industry and they've not been able to experience that. So just want to say that it is possible to get a job in the industry and love the people that you work with and feel inspired, and they kind of
this is how my coworkers talk about me.
Something really beautiful. And before we go, really quickly, what is
notice how they position, how Didge positioned that chat.
To someone who wants to get
he didn't
into
say that's how he talks about
industry.
his coworkers.
I don't know why I said simple. It can be a little complicated, but there's some advice you'd like to give.
Or do you mean the wizard part? You talking about the wizard part? That might be what you were talking about. That's probably what Didge was talking about.
I think
that is not what my coworkers call me. I think they would say I'm nice though, and I'm like, that works.
And find what
all
you
of it
really love, and just do that as best you can. And if
I'm
you're
still
not,
learning.
If
I'm a sorceress in training.
Way, there's times to push yourself and there's times to rest, and I believe that we have to really fight for what we want. And like you mentioned earlier, networking is super important. I think getting out to conventions, I love Lightbox Expo. I love these are
I've not heard of that.
But I love Monsterpalooza. That's a great one.
Monsterpalooza.
There's GDC as well, which I know you guys are talking about it, right? That one is tougher because it's so expensive, but you can just go get an expo pass that's cheap, the cheapest pass, and then I don't know, see GDC 2018. I ran into Neil Druckmann when I was still at Linden Lab, and I was just walking around GDC.
You never know who you're gonna meet. Yeah. It's incredible. That was with me.
What would you do if you ran into Neil Druckmann on the street?
There was a brunch and I met Sam, and she's been on our showcase, but she did the voice acting for oh my god. Thank you. I was like, how? What? Guys, I'm tired.
Only my
favorite character, and I couldn't think of her name. But yeah, and it was just super random. So I love that advice. Make sure
CJ gotta hit a GDC. But you see, dude, she also says very expensive. So if GDC trying to send out some invites, let us know.
Get to know people.
If GDC trying to pay for our trip, let us know.
Network, introduce yourself. You don't necessarily.
Oh yeah, we did. Who was it that was doing the thing where you could get the passes to GDC? Did you ever hear anything about? I don't think I saw anything about it. I forgot we did that. We'll have to check back.
To have a portfolio on you at that time, but make those connections. They mean a lot. Just those natural human to human connections.
Exactly.
Okay, so
I semi-lost because I didn't hear anything.
This interview, because Colleen, we're definitely going to have you back at some point to talk more about the latest game when you're able to talk about it. Can you just drop what that game is that you're working on right now? You don't have to say anything else about it, but it was announced, and so I just wanted to
tell us about it.
Yeah, Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet.
I'm super excited about that.
Trailer's on YouTube right now.
Check out the trailer. We might play the trailer after this, so you guys can check it out. It's so cool. If people want to keep up with what you're doing, if you're on social media or anything like that, can you drop your socials and then they can follow you and kind of keep up with the work that you're doing?
Yeah, for sure. I go by Colleen_Sculpts on most platforms. I'm probably most active on Instagram, but yeah,
that makes sense.
I'm out there.
All right, so guys, make sure
That's
you
where all
follow
the artsy
Colleen
people
and
are
look
at.
at some of her incredible work. Check out this trailer after this, and we will catch you very soon. Me and A. Christine will be back, and we have some more spotlights coming up. Again, thank you so much, Colleen. This was amazing and incredible. And yeah, that's a wrap.
Thanks.
Wow, they got permission to show the trailer. That's pretty dope. I know that would normally probably cost a lot of money. suffering of generations must be endured to achieve our divine end. Ancient Superian sculpture. Superian? Something like that. Hold on, let me make sure. I think I checked this before. Okay, we're in the highest quality we can get. Alright. This is such a cool trailer, man. Very excited to try this out. Interestingly enough, oh, I'm sorry I flicked the mic. Interestingly enough, this also comes out in the wake of the Naughty Dog news of maybe we're not getting a Last of Us 3. I don't want to get into my opinions of this right now. I have opinions. But, they've been working on Last of Us for quite a long time, so if they feel like, it's time, then it's time, what else can we do? It might be a Half-Life 3 situation where maybe years down the line, they're like, you know what? Let's make it. let's do it. Might have been easier since it's out on YouTube now. Possibly. I feel like in official showcase settings like this, I'm like, I don't know. I feel like somebody's asking for something. But maybe not. Maybe not. It'll be hard for me to do a shaved head. I don't know if I mentioned this on stream. I got a little a bump right here on my head. So it's not just gonna be a scalp. It's gonna be a scalp and a mole or something. I'm like, it's not cute. That's not cute. Maybe I could just do a short fro though. If I was in space, short fro, we could do that. Sure, I bet they still had to ask Naughty Dog Sony. I'd be like, yeah, we don't care now. Yeah, that's fair.
Jordan, tell me something good. Well, you're right, it checks out. He's hiding out around the Superior Moon. Excellent.
I'm looking at all the details now.
He's next to fucking Superior.
This is the 4th time I've seen this.
Over 600 years. Anyone who even flies close to it is never heard from again.
Superstitions.
No. Superstitions are the crazy rumors about what happened on that planet. These are facts.
You worry too much.
You know what I worry just the way about. I say we wait for him to leave, or how about we find a new lead? He's not worth it. I'm wasting my time, aren't I?
Can you please claim him? I don't need another hunter swooping in.
Who is swooping? No one is crazy enough to go there.
He clearly is.
He is clearly desperate.
And so am I, so claim him, or I will find another agent.
Yeah, that's what they will your fucking shit. Okay, alright, you know what? There, you're the boss.
Thank you.
Listen, kid. I'll see you on the other side.
Isn't what is the plant? I want to say ivory, but I don't know. Not ivory, ivy. Isn't that something that Ellie has tattooed on her? Pet Shop Boys, actually. From the studio that brought you Crash, Bandicoot, Jak and Daxter, Uncharted, Last of Us. Intergalactic. The Heretic Prophets. I love all the effects. I wish I could figure out how to do all the effects, but love all the effects. Very cool. Very nice.
Guys, that was such an incredible interview. Colleen, thank you so much for coming on and giving us a little bit of your background and story and advice for anyone who's looking to get into gaming, whether it be a character designer, whether it be a narrative designer. I mean, I feel like I learned so much. And one of the cool things is that, like, we both kind of started out the same. Like, we both went into art school and we went into animation, and we were both like, nah, this is not for me. I'm not trying to do this. So that was really, really cool. But just the amazing things that she's done and how grateful she is for the opportunities, and talking about how like great her team is, because that's so important, especially right now in the industry where there's just so much toxicity, there's layoffs and things like that. And one of the goals that she kind of expressed was like wanting to see the industry stabilize, because we deserve it, right? We're a part of it. And whew,
that exhale, I felt that.
Yeah, right. We're gonna bring her back, but I'm gonna throw it to Christine, because I know she was really excited about a couple of things that Colleen said.
Yeah, it was really cool to learn about her journey. I always love learning about, you know, when someone goes from place to place in their journey and we see them at like a peak moment, but hearing how they got there. I love things like that. And then also about how she gives back to the community, and the aspects of like you said, wanting to stabilize the gaming community. I think it's always an amazing thing when people are intentional with how they are influencing the industry and how to affect others in that space. So I really, really love that. And I am super excited for Intergalactic. You know, I'm really excited.
Me too. Especially because I think you and I talked about it. It's not very often that you have a person of color who is also a woman leading the charge.
That's what I'm saying.
Cool. We just don't see ourselves in those positions a lot. And being able to see that, like, listen, as soon as I saw her sipping on whatever she was sipping on, I was like, oh. I was very excited about that. So
me too. I love her.
We haven't even played her yet, and I'm just like, that's my girl.
I know, I'm ready. I'm ready.
So again, Colleen, thank you so much. Once Intergalactic comes out, you guys better believe we're going to have her back so we can get some in-depth details about the process of making the game and her contributions. But before we end today's show, we have some special guests who are coming on to talk about the things that they're doing to change the industry. So stay tuned, and don't forget to go wishlist the games that you saw on here.
Yes,
and we'll be back to wrap things up.
All right, I tried to pause. It didn't happen in time. But before we get to the last segment, just want to do another plug here for the charity linking back to Danes for Games, their info, their mission, some ways to support them, some ways to support the devs that they're supporting, and messages they're trying to get out there. Obviously, as you can see, you know, they are reaching far and wide to talk to some really incredible people. And yeah, I think this is definitely an initiative that everybody should support, you know. So please do.
Hello. I hope you're having a good time so far. My name is Julian Belbonton. I'm a digital creative based in Toronto. I'm the design lead here at Dames for Games, and outside of that, I'm the art director and partner at Continue. So if you've ever wanted shiny bells and whistles around your game, like a trailer to submit to fantastic showcases like this one, with no game overs, Continue has your back. You can find me on Blue Sky or on Instagram at Balbontino, which is Balbonton0, or at We Are Continue. I'm also probably in the chat staring off over here and there, so that's another way to connect with me. Now, let's get back to the show. In this next segment, we're going to be giving flowers where flowers are due.
Yes.
Here are some other companies and organizations that are bringing positive changes into the gaming spaces around us.
See, this is something that I would love for Jeff Keighley to do with the Game Awards. I've seen it done more with other game shows, but with Jeff specifically, because, you know, his show is the biggest, has the most eyes. You know, he promotes the what is it? You know, Summer Game Fest, which is also him, but it has some different partners involved. And oh my gosh, what is it? It's the one that he does in the fall. I'll probably remember later. I'm gonna be so upset. But there's another show that he hosts and will directly contribute to. But I would love to see more support in that particular forum for other shows, like, you know, the BAFTAs is coming up, like DICE, like there's the Indie Game Awards. There's like so many other award shows. It's hard to remember them all. They're starting to pop up, which is great to see. So shout out to Dames for Games for also shouting out other organizations that are, you know, have a similar mission, trying to continue to make the industry better. That's awesome to see. Star Players segment.
Hi, I'm Krista from Wings, and I'm so excited to be back here with our friends from Dames for Games to celebrate this awesome showcase and the Women's Day sale on Steam. In case you haven't heard about us, at Wings, we believe some of the most creative and successful games of tomorrow will be made by women and other marginalized standard developers. To create opportunities for them, we provide game funding up to $500,000 and support for teams to self-publish their games. We put developers first in our approach. They get a revenue share from the first dollar, own their IP rights, publishing rights, and retain complete creative and business
They're really
control.
about that
And
business.
Wings is the only fund where investment decisions are guided by a selection committee of all women. Even amongst the chaos and turmoil in the industry right now, we're looking for games to fund. So if you are a
That's
woman or
awesome.
marginalized developer with an awesome game,
Any devs?
fill out
Any
the form
devs
on
in
our
the
website.
chat?
Now that is enough
Fem
yelling from me.
devs.
Before we carry on with the showcase, I just wanted to remind you that after we're done here, don't forget that the Women's Day sale is happening right now until March 9th on Steam, featuring all of the games that you see here today, as well as
There you
many
go.
more.
There you go.
There's some awesome discounts going on and so many new demos to play, so definitely check it out.
We love
after
the
show.
demos.
Bye.
Hello, I'm Elizabeth Howard, Chief Advisor of Services at Midwest Games.
Oh, Midwest
I have
Games,
spent
okay.
over 20 years in this remarkable industry at places like Bungie, 2K,
She has
and
nice eyes.
Aspire, and I have witnessed so many hardworking dames contributing to the games that we know and love.
I like her jacket too.
Midwest Games is a publisher dedicated to supporting developers. We recently announced a new vertical, Shadow Publishing, which offers access to our amazing publishing and production services in a for-hire model. This means developers now have an additional option for accessing critical publishing support via product strategy, sales, marketing, platform operations, first-party relationship management. The list goes on. Publishing is a big category, without having to secure a coveted deal or give away any of their residual IP rights. If you're looking for publishing services for your game, please reach out to us. And to all of you working on projects now, let me just say, you're amazing. Keep going. It's a tough business, but it has no shortage of heart, talent, and ingenuity. On behalf of Midwest Games, thank you all for being here and supporting the amazing titles showcased today. Enjoy.
Nice.
Hey everyone, this is Ifan. I'm a game composer who loves creating music with cool melodies, unique sounds, and lots of heart. I got a chance to compose the spooky background music for the last Halloween showcase, and I'm so excited to be here again. Huge thanks to Destiny for having me.
I was gonna say, we're
Currently, I'm a
bopping.
composer at Blower Game Studio working on Old and Grey, which is a story-driven game with an emotional journey and immersive soundtrack. Beyond that, I'm also composing for a variety of games, and songs like Alyssa, Tiny Isle, and Dream of Things just debuted at the recent Steam Next Fest. Crafting music for games has always been a passion of mine. It brings out emotions, pulls players into the world, and helps tell incredible stories. So if you are working on a game and looking for music, I would love to connect and see what we can create together. You can check out my work at evanchammusic.com or hit me up on socials. Thanks for watching and enjoy the showcase.
Nice.
You know what? I loved all of that.
You know, that's another thing that's unique about this showcase too, is they have people from all different parts of the pipeline when it comes to making the game. Like, you know, it's not just the people that are coding or modeling, it's also people that have to compose the music, people that gotta like do the marketing, make the trailers, do the edits, all that kind of stuff. So that's cool to have like a holistic representation of all the people that make these things together. Also, like we said earlier, multifaceted women. A lot of these people wear multiple hats, which is crazy. It's crazy. Indie development, shout out to the indie devs. They're doing a Herculean task.
And you know what I'm going to do, Christine? I'm flipping on you.
We flipping again?
Flipping it. Because you know what? We were going through and we were so excited about the interview. We did not talk about the last 6 spotlights, which were very, very dope. Very, very cool. And again, we kind of like did, what do you call it? When it like a Mod Podge of like really dope games, because we wanted to make sure everybody had a little bit of everything. But I know there were a couple of games that you really liked. So go ahead, girl.
Kokoro's Kitchen. Kokoro's Kitchen is so cute. I was like, this is the reason we're doing this. I was like, wait, I didn't get to talk about Kokoro's Kitchen.
She did. She was like, yo, I think we missed something. And I was like, no, we didn't. We absolutely did. So
it looks so cute. Oh my goodness. I'm a girl for cozy games. I'm not just a simulator girly. I'm a cozy girly. Okay?
We love it.
And I
multifaceted.
love the cuteness and adorableness of the vibe, the art. I love the art style. I cannot wait to dive in.
No, I'm excited for you. Look, I was super happy. We had Jenny come on. Spirit Swap just dropped not too long ago. Game is beautiful, colorful, love the music. And also, like, I have to give a shout out to Peppered, because the developers behind that also are incredible. They help us put our showcase together. That's just how dope that team is. So giving a shout out to Peppered and all of the other games and developers that we showcase today.
Yes.
Just, you really are an inspiration. Keep doing what you're doing. We appreciate you taking the time to make things, to come on and share your stories, because it's so important. And I say this all the time. You deserve to be seen, heard, and respected. So thank you. And it is the end of the show. We do want to say another quick shout out to Wings for helping to sponsor this showcase. We really, really appreciate it. We love working with you guys, and we will continue to do great things together. And then I'm going to throw it to Christine before I completely wrap things up, because I want you guys to be able to follow Christine and see what she's up to, because she does some dope stuff. So go ahead, take it away, girl.
Thank you, girl. I do be doing stuff, okay? Don't want to miss out. Yes,
I be doing
stuff. Christine, AYCHRISTENE. Okay, my Jamaican mother wanted me to be different, and you can.
You have one of those too.
Yes, I do. I do have one of those.
That's why I have 2 E's at the end of my name. Like
they're creative in their own right, okay, and we love them. We love them. But yes, you can follow me, iChristine, everywhere. Also on YouTube, I have iChristine. I also have iChristine Games, and I have a secret vlog channel if you can find it. You know, I'm not gonna plug that, but if you find it, awesome. We're happy to have you. But yeah, you can follow me everywhere.
Okay, a challenge.
I multi-stream Monday through Friday, playing different games
and
diving
Monday
into
through
some
Friday.
simulator games and some variety games, some scary games, some spooky games, a lot of different things, and some indie games, because we love our indie developers as well.
Our indies.
Yes, and yeah, thanks again so much for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Well, thank you for coming on. This was dope, and we got to have you on again. Yeah. And my closing statements, you guys know where you can find me at DMVC32 on Twitter, but also on Blue Sky, where it is popping off. So make sure you follow us there, and you can follow Dames for Games on Twitter, on Blue Sky. Check out our website. We're also on Instagram. I've been very bad with Instagram. Please do not get upset with me. I will be better. I promise.
She will.
I will. She's gonna make sure. And last but not least, a really quick thank you to all of our partners, our broadcast partners, Steam, Twitch, everyone who's come together and has been supportive of the Dames for Games showcase and our journey from the very beginning. It's 2 years. I didn't mention
this. Has it been 2 years?
Our 2-year anniversary.
What? I felt like it's been longer.
So
that's crazy.
We're going to get bigger and better, and we're going to do that with your help. So if
we're claiming it, yes.
Oh, yes, we're claiming it. We're putting it out in the universe. So if you are so inclined and you want to help, please consider donating. At the end of the showcase, we will bring up a QR code. Any amount is fine with me. It could be $1. It could be $100. There's no amount.
It could be $1,000
or too big. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. All the money so that we can continue to have these showcases and support the developers on their journey. And that's it. Until the next time. I always get emotional. I'm just kidding. We'll see you guys later.
Oh, they were fun. Well, that's another one for the books, ladies and gentlemen. It's crazy to think it's only been 2 years. I'm like, I feel like, you know, built that rapport. We've been watching for ages, but ages is 2 years. That's crazy. But yeah, what a great showcase. Like I was saying, like kind of towards the beginning, kind of towards the middle, they really did their thing with this. This is the best one yet. You know, I've had my comments here and there about like things that they could do to really make this showcase stand out. And I really feel like, you know, I don't know if they're listening to me personally, but they took the steps to do that, and it's great to see. We love to see the growth. We love to see all these different indie devs continue to be supported, or being supported for the first time. And yeah, it was an honor to be a part of like the official co-streaming team. I'll put the charity link in the description. Actually, I think they're gonna show. Are they gonna show a QR code? Maybe they're not gonna show a QR code. Okay, I will put the link once again in the chat so y'all can check it out. Actually, it's in the top of the chat right now. Yeah, so check out the link in the top of the chat if you would like to support Dames for Games in a monetary sense. If you don't have the monies to do that right now, we'll actually navigate over to Steam really quick so I can show y'all what the business is. Let me see. Here we go, actually. Found it very quickly. I also have to change my scene in OBS. Give me a second. All right, we're good. Here we go. So, I'm not sure how easy this is to find. We'll do a test, but this banner, the Women's Day Sale, is what you want to click to be able to find all the games that were showcased here today. And more, as they said. You know, this isn't just exclusive to the Dames for Games group. They also have a whole bunch of other people, other developers that are showcasing their games on here. So please do have a look, wishlist some games, try out some demos. Oh, Gordon's was a female. Oh, look at that. Look at me, already supporting. But what was I gonna say? I wonder if I click that. Oh, it's gonna take me to Twitter. Okay, gotcha. Oh my God, stranger danger. That was crazy. But yes, I have some wish listing to do. So I'm gonna do that. Hopefully y'all will do the same. I appreciate y'all for sticking with me for another showcase, Dames for Games showcase. It's been fun. It's been an honor. And I think next stream will probably be on Friday. We'll probably be playing some more Ninja Gaiden. You know, working our way through that game. And yeah, I think that's all I have for y'all. I appreciate everybody for coming through once again. Appreciate the support from the Dames for Games team, for allowing me to kind of boost their platform, share some of their platform, meet some of the people in that community. It's been cool. And until next time, hopefully you guys have a nice evening or night. Always enjoy it. I will see y'all in the next one.